let's at least see if we can get a look at this woodpecker. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, shit. There he is right behind that little tree. There's a tree right in front of me, too. Let's see if we can sneak up to him a little bit closer. Ooh. Ah, damn it. He's too far away. Oh, he's right there. Can't see him anymore. Oh, he's up in that tree. I think there he is right there. There he is right there. Got him. Yeah, baby. Hey guys. This is Zach with Branch Brook Bushcraft. I'm out here today in a snowstorm. I figured what better thing to do in a snowstorm than to come out and cook some squirrel. I harvested a squirrel the other day, a gray squirrel, big fat one. So I was kind of looking for something to do today, and since it's a snowstorm, I couldn't really make it to the grocery store. It's actually was gonna be my day to go grocery shopping, but the roads are pretty bad. So I'm pretty much out of food except for this squirrel, so that's gonna be my dinner. So I figured I'd come out here, start a little fire and cook up that squirrel. We're just gonna make kind of a squirrel stew. I got some dried mushrooms from last year I'm gonna put in it. We got some black trumpet, some chicken in the woods, and the rest of my umbrella polypore mushrooms, so that should be really good. Yeah, so I'm just going to start this fire up. We'll let it burn down a little bit, and we'll get the cast iron, and we'll start cooking. Alright, so fire's going pretty good. Let's get this pan on here to heat up. I got all my ingredients here laid out. Ooh, smoky. Yeah, let's get that warmed up. This is going to be kind of tricky, isn't it? Well, alright, while that pan's warming up, we're going to have to start prepping the squirrel. Look at the size of this thing. The squirrels around here just get so huge. Things like the size of a rabbit. Well, maybe not, but... Alright, let's see. Yeah, and just check out all the fat on this guy. I mean, that's insane. I cut off a bunch of the fat too when I was cleaning him out, but... Alright, we got heart still in there. We'll just leave that in there. This guy's pretty well cleaned up, so I'm just gonna like quarter him out. Somewhere to do that, I'm not sure where, but maybe on the back of this chair. This thing's probably clean enough. Alright, so I'm just gonna quarter this guy out. Man, there's insane amount of fat on this guy. Alright, so just gotta cut his legs off here and kind of Maybe I can split it down the middle. Probably just break this apart. Maybe not. Well, you know what? I'll just leave it like that. We'll cut these front legs off here, just like that. It's all going to be cooked down, so it doesn't really matter. But leave this body just like this. All that fat in there. Oh man, that's going to be good. A little organs left in there. I'll take out the, looks like the lungs. Cut that little heart off. A little tiny heart. Just leave that in there. Okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is get this bag open. Come on, there we go. I'm just going to throw them in here. I got a little bit of flour and salt, pepper, garlic powder. And I'm just going to shake it around, get it all coated. Alright. Alright, so this pan looks like it's heated up pretty well. Still real smoky. Oh yeah, that's hot. Whew. All right, so just gonna dump some olive oil in here. I probably should have let this fire burn down a little bit more, but that's all right. All right. Get oil. Got some chopped up onions here. I'll just throw those in. Yeah. I forgot to bring a spatula, so I'm going to have to cut myself a stick. Alright. Very nice. We'll get these cooked up a little bit. So I got some mushrooms here. They've been rehydrating in some warm water for a while, so I'm just gonna, wow, look at the color on that. Some of those black trumpet mushrooms, turn this water brown. Alright, so yeah, we got black trumpet, some chicken of the woods, and some umbrella polypore that I found last year. So yeah, these are cooking pretty fast, so we're going to throw these mushrooms in. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of push these mushrooms to one side. Definitely need some more oil. To this side here. Try and move this pan so facing the other way. No, I'll do that second. Go right in with it. Ooh, hot. Put a piece here. All right. Squirrel, if you just cook it like you would chicken, just fry it in a pan, it's really tough. Which makes sense because they're always moving, using those muscles, so, you know, but if you slow cook it, it's some of the best meat out there. One of my favorites, honestly. Alright, so I'm just going to pour a little water in here. Look at that. Alright, so this is boiling way too fast. So I'm just going to throw some snow in here to try and cool it down a little bit, because I don't really have a whole lot of temperature control in this pan. So hopefully this snow kind of cool it down a bit and stop it from cooking so fast, because you don't really want this stuff boiling like that. Alright, so I moved the pan around a little bit and threw some snow in there, and we got a pretty good simmer going on now. Not that you can see it with all the smoke, but I'll just take my word on it. Alright, so this is cooked down quite a bit. I'm just going to add a splash of heavy cream. Alright, give that a little stir. Oh, yeah. So we're just basically making cream of mushroom squirrel soup. Alright, I'm going to let that cook down for a while. Then it should be ready to eat. Alright, so this has been reducing for a while, so I'm going to take it off the fire and just set it down here in the snow for a minute to cool off. There we go. Alright, so I just put some of this in a bowl. It's looking pretty good. Let's give it a taste. Jeez. Just going to try the broth and the mushrooms first. That was really good. Real mushroomy. Oh, the squirrel kind of still looks a little bit tough, but we're gonna see. I got a little front shoulder here. See if we can grab a little piece of meat off here. So pretty much all these ingredients were taken off the land here. I harvested the squirrel a couple days ago. The dried mushrooms were from last year. Really just the heavy cream and the onion was really, and the oil, I guess, flour, really all that I bought from the store. And honestly, you can make something pretty good without that stuff. With just the squirrel and dried mushrooms and water. I mean, it would make a great soup too. Oh. Honestly, this came out pretty good. Man. These black trumpet mushrooms are so good. Alright, well, I guess that's it for today. Finish this up and go home and do some snow shoveling, I guess. And if you like these videos, consider subscribing. You can also visit my blog for some other good information. It's bushcraft.blog. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, there's a link to some gear that I use. You can check that out if you want. Alright, until next time.